Alright, it's Josh here. Welcome to a jam session on the double undercut. I've had a few people ask me in some of the videos if I can sort of give my precise tips on the move and some variations, because I do briskly say in videos, you know, and now just perform the double undercut and then I explain the rest of the trick. And Jay does a great job at teaching the undercut, double undercut in the YouTube, the other FML video, but I just want to also give my take on it as well. Because everyone's different, everyone has their little tweaks on things. So this is mine. So I'll show you the cards and I'll also show you a few different ways of performing the double undercut or the premise of moving the card to the top if you have a table and all sorts of things. So let's go over the first one. Now, we'll use the 9 of hearts for now. What I do, first of all, the first tip I should say is when you spread the cards out for someone to take a card, to make sure they don't try and stuff you up and put the card somewhere that you're not going to be able to find naturally, is I do this. They take a card, let's say they take this one, then I just split the deck here like this, so they'll naturally put it back in that same spot. Whereas if I was to let them take a card out and then I put the deck back and then I spread it out again and do this, then they might think that I'm wanting them to put the card here. Whereas, you know what I'm saying, if I just do this, they take the card out, I keep that same break where the card just came out from, it all seems really natural. So that's one first tip. Now, once you actually put the card in, now I'll keep it face up just so we can always follow it. But what you're doing is getting that pinky break on this packet. So you got your hand in mechanics grip, you got your pinky finger over the corner at the bottom, and the rest of this pack is just going on top, and it's sort of sliding over that thumb. Now, from the front, once you square it up and you hold it normally, you can't see that break, which is where the spectator will be looking from. But at the back, obviously you've got this big old break that only you can see. Because what the next thing you're going to do is you're going to switch to the grip of your other hand into, what do they call this, biddle grip. And I'm just grabbing everything. And because I'm grabbing where the break is, because I'm grabbing this and pushing my thumb against the deck, when I let go of this left hand, that break stays there. That's the strength of this move. Now what I'm going to do is just take like this bottom half. I'm going to take half of it, which is a quarter of the pack, and I'm going to move it to the top. And then I'm going to do it one more time, take everything below this break, and that then brings that selected card to the top. So the speed you would do it at is they're taking this card, they put it back, you square everything up, and then you grab your other positioning and you just casually grab it and move it to the top. So it happens quite quickly, and you do it sort of while you're talking and that kind of thing. So that's option number one. Now the second option is if you have a table, you can do this really casual thing where instead of using the bottom pack to move to the top, you can move the top pack to the bottom. So once you get your break, so there's the card, once you get your break, instead of having to switch to this position, you actually just stay here and you just grab a quarter of the deck, which is half of this top pack, and you just drop it onto the table. Then you grab the rest of it that's above the pinky break, drop that onto the table, and then you grab everything else and drop that down as well. So that's achieving the same thing, but it actually looks pretty casual. So if I keep it here, select the card, boom, 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 and I just go like this, it looks pretty casual. Even if some cards mess up, it's still going to keep the same order. So by the time you square it up, that selected card is still there. Another little tip is once that card's been put back, you can actually do this. So you drop the first two packets, and the last one, actually try and let them fall one at a time. And it just, it's a good disarming move because it makes people not even register it as something fishy. So it just looks like that. It really looks really fair. That's number two. That's if you have a table. Another option with getting into the double undercut is sometimes people will display the selected card in a fan. So what I mean by that is someone's taken a card, then you might fan out the deck, take their card back and place it into the fan. And then you would show them the fan, okay? You would actually hold it up this way. Let me just show you. So you would take their card back and you'd put it into the fan like this, okay? Let me just come back down. So that's what I would have done. And then to square it up and get your break for the double undercut, you can actually do this. If I square the cards up from left to right, it does this. Watch the card. So I square this up, okay? Their card is still here. So all I have to do is push with my thumb. If I push down and then square it in, it actually creates that same break that I had when I was doing the double undercut with my pinky break. But now I don't have to do the pinky part. So now I can go straight into taking those packs from the bottom and moving them to the top. Or I could do it the other way and have it here, square it up, and then I could go straight ahead and drop those top packets onto the bottom, okay? And that's a nice finesse, because you're getting to show them a nice fan, and it adds a little bit of a elegance to your performing. The third way, what am I up to, 3 or 4, I forget. The other way you can do it is if you have their card, okay, I'll leave it face up again. They put it back, you grab the break. You can also do this. If you don't have a table, instead of picking these up, you can actually do this. If I just break off like a piece, like a quarter of the deck, you can actually roll it across your hands like this to the other hand. Then you do it again. And now here's a selected card, then you roll it one more time, and then that brings their card to the top. This is known as the 3-roll control. So again, that looks like this. You've got your break, you take the first pack above the pinky break, just roll it across, do it again, and then the third time onto the top like that, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. Practice it, learn it, add it, and really finesse it and get it looking nice into your routines. And guys, that is my take on the double undercut and controlling a card to the top of the deck. Okay, so that is my take on the double undercut move and general controlling a card to the top of the deck. Make sure you practice it and add it into your repertoire and practice the different variations. It can be a really nice piece in your magic that no one will ever see. Now, for more tips and tricks, make sure you head to our website at freemagiclive.com, and I'm going to see you in another video.